If you have not subscribed to Alboa Cinema, this is where you will get everything. So subscribe. Subscribe.
So now, karibu to Alboa Cinema. Today, I uncover the 10 highest grossing movies of 2024. This year, for me, has been a mixed bag, with spectacular hits and equally spectacular fails. But that's a matter for another video. You will notice though that all these movies are from Hollywood. I would have done the same for local Kenyan movies, but no one shows their numbers, so yeah.
You and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through.
Starting off at number 10, we have Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice comes in with an impressive $434 million worldwide. Fans of the 1988 classic were thrilled to see Tim Burton's whimsical dark comedy return. It's rare, by the way, that they do this well, but hey, blending nostalgia with a modern twist, not the woke kind of twist, but a fresher look. Michael Keaton reprised his role as the mischievous ghost, or do we say mischievous, and the result was a film that struck a chord with audiences across generations, obviously because he handled it perfectly. Number 9. It's Wicked. Wicked in the middle. Grossing $455.5 million globally. This enchanting musical adaptation brought the world of Oz to life in stunning detail, with powerful performance and unforgettable songdom. Wicked proved why one of the most beloved Broadway shows of all time. It is. It is what it is. Personally, I am not a big fan of musicals. So, yeah, but clearly there are many people that do. Number 8, it's Venom, The Last Dance. Yes, I did a review about this movie. I just watched it. And I have to say, it was quite entertaining. It grossed $473 million. Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock faced the darkest challenges. I have to be honest though. Venom The Last Dance was dog shit. I really couldn't understand. There are a lot of plot holes in it, and the script wasn't that good. But there was a lot of entertaining action scenes. So I guess that's that. Anyway, it did kind of deliver, and I think it's getting a lot of this 473 million from the previous Venom movie, because that was really good. Now, if we move to number 7, we have Kung Fu Panda 4, which earned $547.7 million worldwide. So Po, that's the main character, returns to prove that he is not just a kung fu master, but also a franchise heavyweight. By the way, this movie Kung Fu, this franchise has made quite a bit of money. It's not actually had any fails yet. The blend of humor, heart, and jaw-dropping action sequences make this sequel a fan favorite. Yes, people did enjoy that. 547 million. I hope they made a profit. They spend a lot of money on these animations these days. And 200 million, 150 million, I don't know. It gets ridiculous. But I do like Kung Fu Panda, that franchise. I do like the character. It's a very funny character, and I think a lot of what goes on in the movies is very entertaining, at least on the entertainment. It is an escape kind of movie, and not really heavy, but extremely entertaining. Kids love it. Everybody loves it. Number 6, we have Godzilla X Kong. Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. It made $571.7 million at the box office. Now, I have to be honest with you. Personally, I didn't think it was all that. But this franchise has so many fans worldwide that basically anything they drop usually gets a lot of attention. I thought the script was pretty weak, and I thought that the kind of humanization of Godzilla and Kong to an extent where they seem to be almost human, I think removed away the danger aspect that really makes these movies what they are. But no matter, it has a big fan base worldwide, and that's why this 571 million is coming from? Personally, I just thought it was just another action flick, but hey, what do I know? The people have spoken. Number 5, Moana 2. Moana 2. Now, it made $600 million. Now, this is another animation. You see, there's a lot of animation in this top 10 because they tend to reach across generations, especially if it's a brand that's been in existence for many, many years. You'll find that it will have the grown-ups because their kids want to see it, and maybe some grown-ups that had seen it when they were younger, they still want to see sequels to it. So Moana clocked in $600 million. And the sequel brought back the beloved characters Moana and Maui for another heartfelt journey across seas, filled with the animation. Apparently, I've seen the trailer. I didn't even react to that this year. Should I? No, that's already, that train has already left the station. Yes, and then of course there's a lot of songs in them because it's animation and it seems there has to be a very strong soundtrack, which I don't mind. But yeah, that's that. So I can't really speak to how good the story was because I haven't watched the movie, but it has made 600 million. So I'm understanding, at least I understand that the target audience really loved it. Now, number 4, Dune Part 2. I did watch this movie in the theaters and I loved it. It's an epic science fiction masterpiece. It's based on a book by the same name of similar alterations. It earned $714 million. That's $714.4 million. Denis Villeneuve, yes, that's the director. He delivered a visually stunning continuation of Paul Atreides' journey, immersing audiences in the vast, dangerous world of Arrakis. Yes, I did enjoy the cinematography. It was fantastic. Locations, the VFX. It really was. It was a bit slow, but it really was something to behold. And I hope the next ones that are coming will have as big an impact. So that 714.4 million maybe gets to $1 billion, but it's already proving to be a very lucrative franchise for Hollywood. So at number 3, we have Despicable Me 4. I have watched the first 3. I haven't watched this one. But if it's based on what they've done previously, I do understand why it made $969 million. I think it will get over $1 billion over time with some residual earnings. So just shy of $1 billion, Gru and his mischievous minions return for more hilarious antics, proving that this franchise still has plenty of art and humor to share. It is a very hilarious animated movie. And I think, you see, they seemed, I think about half the movies on this list are animations. That's why I had 3D Africa. We are there. bookofcar.com. You need to go and check us out there. But as I was saying, you can see on Despicable Me making almost $1 billion. This animation, but it's extremely funny and it crosses boundaries between the young and the old. So normally, if you're making such movies that what's the word? That go through, that can be watched, that are watched by a lot of generations from the young to say adults or maybe 40-year-olds, it will always make a lot of money. So that's why people love science fiction movies and superhero movies, because everybody loves them, children and grown-ups alike. Anywho, number 2, Deadpool and Wolverine. I've also watched that, although that one I watched at home. It made $1.34 billion. $1.34 billion. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, those were the biggest draws there. They teamed up for, it is an R-rated superhero extravaganza that combined razor-sharp wit with jaw-dropping action, which was a dream come true for Marvel fans, I guess. But I have to tell you, I think most of this came from the characters of Deadpool and Wolverine as individuals and the people that act them and how well they've handled these roles in the last few alterations of these movies, and the fact that they brought in Wolverine, so bringing both fan bases, if you like Deadpool, if you like Wolverine, bringing them together, it is going to cause some ripples in the box office. I personally don't think the story was that great per se, but it was an entertaining movie. I think the story was pretty basic. I don't like the concept of the multiverse, generally speaking. I think it's been terribly handled, and they did use that here, and I thought, for me, that was a weakness of the movie. I believe that they should have just have done it current Wolverine somehow, if they are going to revive him because he was dead or whatever it was. Find a way, but have those two, not try to go through several others universes to try and get the right one. I believe, although it made $1.3 billion, I personally thought the story was a bit finicky. All right, now, number one. Have you ever watched, have you used to listen out to those radio stations and they're about to tell you the number one song of the week or something? Number one, the number one movie of 2024 in the box office is Inside Out 2. That is another animation movie. See, the biggest movie, the biggest box office hit of 2024 is an animation movie, Inside Out 2, which is a sequel, of course. And you see, there's kind of this trend. It is good business, but it also seems to stifle newer ideas. But nonetheless, people love Inside Out 1, and they showed up for Inside Out 2, which made $1.7 billion worldwide. This is a Pixar product, Shizo, which is, as far as the people have watched it, because I haven't, they say it is a masterpiece. All right? I suspect it is, as the one previous. It's also very funny, and I think there's also a lot of emotion involved in that, of the growing up of children and what it is. I believe the kind of the perfect movie for parents to take their kids to, and also they can enjoy it because it's really funny also. So the film is, as they say, is a heartwarming story, and stunning animation touched audiences of all ages. I told you, all ages, cementing its place as the highest grossing film of 2024. All right, now those are the 10 highest grossing movies of 2024. As far as I'm concerned, this year has had some great films, as usual, but it has had a lot more bad films from Hollywood. I think I'll have to expand this list to include Indian, Chinese, South Korean, and all these other movies that don't necessarily meet the threshold of grossing high amounts of money despite being exceptional films. This is basically because America is the biggest market for movies, and it tends to out-earn all others combined because of the nature of it, the economy of America, the culture of movies in America. The business has been set up over decades, almost a century in America. So that, but obviously, as far as I'm concerned, the most accurate way of showing which movies people like the most is the box office, and we cannot run away from that because that's what people care about. People care about entertainment, a little escape. You'll find that a lot of the movies that try to be too political in a very grandiose Hollywood fake fashion lost out. We can't hear about them. My next video is going to be the top 10 worst grossing movies of 2024. I will have to talk about these movies because it gives a lesson to us as Kenyan filmmakers of what not to make, how not to tell stories, how not to engage with the public, how not to, what to tell your actors and your crew and what not. My friend, do not talk to customers like that and then do bad stories and expect them to come forward. What do you think about my list over here. Actually, this is a more objective list because it's about money. I just went to the necessary sources like box office mojo to look at the numbers, and the top 10 there, it's obvious who they are because the numbers are tabulated there. But my question remains, why don't we have Kenyan producers and production houses ever release their box office gains and the money they've made, the tickets they've sold? Why haven't we? I believe Baby Abel Mutua once did put that up. I don't know, I have to counter check. But why don't we do that? Is it because is doing badly, or you don't want people to know how much money you're making so you don't share in the profit? I suspect it is the latter. But I would like to know. I believe when my first box office movie comes, you will know the numbers. This is also to drive interest in investors into our film. Interest of investors into our films. Ama vipi? Is there anything that you can add in the comments, subscribe, share? By the way, Merry Christmas, apnya!